Hi, my name is Pete. I am from Wisconsin. Um, on December 28th of 2018, I was diagnosed with pancreatic cancer. Um, Makes me cry right away. So it was a big shocker, and I didn't know where I was going to go from there. But once I got that all absorbed and took that in, or we both took it in, I did the normal route and went to the doctor and went through and got chemo treatments and all that good stuff for 5 months. That was not fun. It was a painful experience. Not something I recommend for anyone because it's just poison going in your body. Um, I did that and a lot of side effects I had, on my second round. It was just not good. And, in myself, I knew something was wrong with that treatment. And it turns out it didn't do anything for me. I mean, it kept the cancer from spreading, I guess, but it really didn't do anything to cure or put my cancer in remission or anything. So then the words came out from the doctors that there's nothing more they can do for me because their surgery was not an option. And those words came out, and I think I cried for a day, and then from there, Jean, who's into a lot of holistic stuff, medicine, and that's what she does for a living. Said, hey, we gotta figure something out and do something else, and let's try the other, holistic part of the whole thing. So I believe she told me to go and do my homework. So I got on the internet and started searching, and I found what I was looking for because I needed new hope, and that's what popped up, and I'll get through that. So New Hope popped up on my searches, and I read about New Hope and made a phone call and sent all my information to New Hope, and I talked to quite a few people about what the treatments were and what it would entail, and it just sounded right to me. I mean, that was the right fit. I consulted with Jean and my family, and we went through all that, and just the process seemed to be the right thing to do. I mean, how they would work. You would work with my immune system and build my immune system up, and fight the cancer myself. Instead of trying to like Western medicine, trying to just kill the tumor and or remove it. This was my body, fighting it. So that really intrigued me. So of course I did more research on it, and after more discussions, and then when I got accepted to New Hope, I was like, yeah, well, let's do this, let's get it going. Because there was no way I was gonna let anybody tell me that, hey, this is it, you're done, go home and die. Go get chemo, go home and die. I was not gonna accept that, and I didn't. So what I think it was like a week. Stop crying. I think it was like a week before I was able to get here. So when I went through the whole process of getting all my medical records and all that stuff to New Hope, and I said, discussed it with my family. I was able to get everything in line to be able to come to New Hope, and I remember a time where I was on the plane or I think it was the plane, and I'm like, what am I doing? I'm on a plane flying to Yuma, Arizona. I'm gonna get on a bus and cross the border and go to Mexico, and then I'm gonna get cancer treatments that are not available in the U.S. And I was just like, wow, that's so surreal. I can't believe I'm doing this. Um, once I got here, it was amazing. Everybody was, fantastic from the hotel, meeting Gustavo at the hotel, and then crossing the border, coming to the treatment center, and just meeting everybody. It was just changed my mind right away. I was like, I knew I made the right decision because everybody was so accommodating and helpful, and it was just amazing. The minute I got here, the intense treatments, from morning to night, I was like, oh my gosh, this is crazy, but I was like, okay, my chemo and all the Western medicine didn't do anything, so I'm like, why wouldn't this work? This is so much more intense, and it seems like everybody was just, so supportive and on me, whereas before it was kind of like, it's like, okay, here's your medicine, here's your chemo, just kind of go home, and there wasn't a lot of support there from the other doctors. They're like, oh yeah, keep doing what you're doing, and it wasn't going anywhere. Whereas here, the attitude from everyone is so positive. It was amazing. Oh, I'm gonna cry again. Yeah. I guess like from the treatments when they first started, the first day, they're grabbing blood and doing dendritic cells and all that stuff, and stuff I didn't know much about, but the doctors were able to explain everything to me in detail, know exactly what was going on at all times, and just so informative, and things like that really helped me through the process. I learned so much about what I have and how the process works that I feel like an expert now, and I share with as many people as I can, and it is working. That's the bottom line. It's completely working. I went from stage 4 pancreatic cancer to, I think there's just a little spot left on my pancreas, which was hard to detect on a PET scan. So I'm very close to being NED, and no evidence of disease. So I'm that close. So I'm back for a booster to get rid of the rest of my cancer. It's amazing, and I was in touch with my oncologist through this whole process, and through all blood tests and being monitoring, and he came back after my scan, and he's like, what are you doing? And I explained to him, they didn't really want to hear from me what I did at first, but then once everything started working and my tumor shrinking and all this stuff, he's like, well, what are you doing? And I'm like, hey, I told you before, here it is, it's all there. And they were amazed. And they're sharing what I did to their colleagues in the cancer tumor board that they have in Wisconsin. Yeah, just amazing. It's just amazing, and it's a miracle. Try to do this without crying. I got this. I got the news that I was all clear on my liver, which the cancer had metastasized to my liver, and I got the news from my PET scan on December 20th. So that was like the best Christmas present ever. Right.
Why don't you take over for a little bit?
Okay, so hi, I'm Jean. I'm Pete's girlfriend. I'm his motivator, his life coach, his kick in the butter. So we've been through a lot. 2019 was a year that we won't forget, but we never want it to happen again. So going through the process, starting with the diagnosis in December of 2018, it was hard to believe. I knew what we had to do from day one, but you're taught and you're told, to do the cancer route, which is chemo, radiation, surgery, and listen to your doctors. So I respected Pete's decision to do that and stayed by his side and still added my holistic nutrition in there because I knew what he had to do with his immune system. So went through that. Once hearing from the doctors that there was no hope, and pretty much sent him home and told him to get his things in order. It was hard hearing that, but I knew that we weren't going to settle with that, and we knew what we had to do. So, like he said, I said, you have to do your homework, because he had to feel it from the heart of where he needed to go. He had to feel that. So we talked about it. I researched New Hope, did a lot of research on New Hope. I spoke with, I can't remember who, the intake, extensively, and we knew. Unfortunately, I couldn't come with him for his first round, and to be honest, my family wasn't sure that it would be safe for me, being as a caretaker, not, we didn't know. So I stayed back and, cheered him on from home. And but he kept me in the loop every day and videos and and I talked to people. So going through that and then the 4 months to follow with New Hope, it was amazing. The supplements he brought home, the protocols, the recipes, so much support from New Hope, and it was all in black and white. We knew that this was it, and you have to work hard, and Pete did. He followed the protocol. We followed everything that New Hope and the doctors and the staff here told him to do. We spoke to them numerous times every week. If Pete ever had a question or concern, he called, they answered, and told him exactly what to do. So the support from New Hope is unbelievable, unbelievable. After getting the results in December, that the cancer was gone off his liver, it was just a miracle. It was amazing. I can't even say how I screamed actually New Hope on the top of my lungs outside, and I called and on Facebook, and everybody knows about New Hope. It gave Pete his life and gave him hope to live. We know that we are going to beat this. It takes a family and a team, and the team of doctors and all the staff at New Hope, they're in your corner. They fight with you, and they want you to survive. They want you to get better. And so it's not just the supplements and the treatments and the medical part, it actually is everything. It's the spiritual part, the motivation, the affirmations. It's the fight, and New Hope gives you that fight. I'm here now on this round. It's amazing. I feel so safe. There is nothing to worry about. It's beautiful. The facility, the medical treatment center is amazing. It's spotless and clean, and the energy is great. I've learned a lot, even though I know a lot. I've learned so much while I've been here. I just can't say enough about New Hope. And if all of us just tell 5 people, and those 5 people tell 5 people, this could be global, and we could help people to live. Cancer is not a death treatment or death sentence. There is hope, and you can get it here at New Hope. So I'm so glad that I'm here with Pete, and we got this. We do. We got this.